How's it going, YouTube? This is Slacker Magician coming at you with another episode of BANANAS. Just kidding, that's just this guy's name. Wow, 782 against 1507. I don't know how that happened, but I mean, the dude's playing Geargia, so it can't be that bad. Sometimes they end up pairing up people with lower ratings to higher ratings, just because they have such a higher win-loss ratio. Then they just have such a high win-loss ratio, and it has nothing to do with their rating. At least that's what I've experienced when I've been doing like rated duels on here. I always have to duel against people that are like 500 rating more than me. But enough about me. Unfortunately, Angeli gets hit with a breakthrough skill. So, sure, she can go ahead and tribute herself, but it will be for no effect. So I would not recommend doing that. I would probably Xyz with these two because Angeli is just a... I mean, if you have a trap to back it up, go ahead and just pass and wait to use Angeli's effect next turn, but basically anything in the game can run over Angeli, apart from maybe a Cardi. And let's see if she gets run over. He better have this goddamn D prison. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh my gosh! What did I say, people? What did I say? He should have just... I know that you can't activate Tiramasu's effect since he doesn't have any targets in the graveyard. I know a lot of people don't realize that. Mega Capital G didn't even realize that when he uploaded a Madolche duel. I think it was today, actually. Yeah, you have to have a Madolche monster or a Madolche spell and trap in your graveyard to activate Tiramasu's effect, even though detaching from her would put one in the grave anyway. That's why Angeli is so good, but you always end up like shuffling her or banishing her with Hoot Cake anyway. Normally when I play Madolche, the card that ends up in the grave is one of the spells. But Angeli comes down again. So will he have another effect negation? He chains Fiendish Chain. No, I don't know if you guys know this, but Fiendish Chain is absolutely useless against Angeli. It would just be a waste of a Fiendish Chain because she can tribute herself. Then her effect activates in the graveyard. Fiendish Chain only stops the effects of face-up monsters. Let's see, he's Fiendishing the Hoot Cake? No, he's actually gonna break... did I just say Fiendish Chain? He's gonna use the breakthrough skills on Madolche, actually. Alright, so he passes back. He's got breakthrough skills for days. And he's going to get that +1 from his Geargia armor. Let's see, let me think. Got Accelerator, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty much all they had with armor and Gigant. But alright, so he is going to go for that Xyz. Because, I mean, you could always just go into Gigant, search out another armor, and set it. So, why not? Madolche don't have any real back row. All they got is Madolche Palooza and, like, maybe a warning and a bottomless. Alright, he's going to send it to the graveyard. Does it get shuffled back into the deck? Nope. It does not get shuffled back into the deck. I don't really understand why he thought that was a good play, though. I mean... Hoot Cake, that's just more food in the graveyard for other Hoot Cakes. And actually, I gotta read Hoot Cake again. I'm not sure if he can banish himself from the graveyard. He says that was pretty good? I don't understand why. The Hoot Cake would have been shuffled back into the deck at end phase anyway because it was summoned by Angeli's effect. So he gets Fiendish Chained on the Hoot Cake. Oh, let me read it. You can target one monster in your graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon. Yeah, you do not have to. You can banish itself. So, I don't understand why he said that was pretty good. I feel like it was a complete waste. He should have sent the Madolche because the Hoot Cake was going to shuffle itself back into the deck at end phase. But if somebody, if I'm just completely missing something here, someone please enlighten me in the comment section. Maybe enlighten me by saying Nick513 is being completely sarcastic. And let's see, is he gonna, down comes another Geargia Arsenal. Has 1900 attack at this point. For some reason he attacks the Madolche with it. Oh, I guess because, oh, whoa! He gets torrentialed, and neither of those is an accelerator. So he gets no effect. Unfortunately, he just went 3 for 3 actually, because he burned the torrential. But it simplified the game. Okay, I don't understand why he's not. Okay, he is shuffling back into the deck. My mistake. And now it is a game of 2-on-3 because Nick will draw one more card when his turn starts. And he must have felt pretty good about his hand to have burned the torrential tribute like that. Because, I mean, I guess he was about to lose all of his monsters anyway. So, 3 cards versus his 2. Madolche being such a combo-based deck, I don't really see this going well for them. He needs a Mew Kitty and an Angeli. He has the Mew Kitty. Really, he just needs a Mew Kitty to get an extra summon. Oh my gosh, he actually has the Mew Kitty and the Angeli. And if I'm not mistaken, those are the 2 cards he... when I said that, I honestly did not expect him to have it, because that's the 2 most broken cards. In my cat is giving me the death glare because he's trying to go to sleep, and this is the only place I can talk loudly without like human beings oh, the Sanctum comes down on the Hoot Cake, which will end the oh, artifacts in Geargia. That's very interesting. I guess just because Moral Attack is so overpowered, you can basically splash it in anything, even if it doesn't make sense for your deck. Like, I saw Wind Up artifacts the other day. I think I actually uploaded that duel to my channel. And it made sense, because, like, Wind Up Shark always goes up to rank 5, and Wind Up Soldier and Wind Up Warrior can go up to rank... Actually, can Wind Up Soldier go up to rank 5? I'm pretty sure that they can. And, so you can make Tyrus and all that good stuff with Moral Attack, but I don't know if I've ever seen it in Gear before. They don't have any other rank 5s, so yeah, the bananas was just BANANAS that duel, and had an answer for literally every single time the Madolche player went off. He had Angeli 3 times, but he had 2 breakthrough skills and 1 Moral Attack. But yeah, like I was saying, there are no other level 5s in Geargia, so theoretically you could just have 2 Sanctums and overlay them Pleiades. That's all you really need. And those 6 slots in the deck really simplifies things so that you can get your good cards. So I see the synergy there. Even obviously it just won him that last duel, because he would have ended up with Tiramisu on board if it had not been for that Sanctum. That Madolche's are just really fragile deck. I used to love the deck so much because it seems like the opposite of fragile, right? You just have monsters that just keep going back to your hand, and you can just continue throwing them at your opponent, just burning their traps for free advantage. Sorry guys, I was just petting my cat a little bit, and they were just hiding anyway, so I forgot I was commentating for a hot second. I don't know if you guys have a cat, but they can mind control you a little bit in that way. And who opted to go first? I wasn't paying attention. Let's see, player in the red's going first, which I do not agree with whatsoever in Madolche. They're too combo based. They really need that extra card. And Madolche probably going to search out Angeli. Could search out another copy of herself. but Angeli is usually the smarter play because I was watching some duels where Madeline just kept searching herself and the guy just kept popping it, so like he wasn't going minus, but he certainly wasn't doing anything else, just wasting his normal summon, having Madeline add herself every turn. And by the time he finally added Angeli, it was game over before he got to summon her next turn. Alright, so the arsenal gets flipped face down, not nearly as good to have as an armor that gets flipped face down. Obviously, but stop the Geargia's play so far. Oh, yes! That mind control. Unfortunately, you can't make a tiramisu with this rank 4. There aren't really many rank 3, level 3s running around in the game, but that's what you really want to hit with mind control. Because it doesn't matter what the materials for Levy are or MX Saber are. But tiramisu gotta be 2 Madolche monsters, otherwise everybody would run it. Okay, that makes absolutely no sense to me because Mortal Attack doesn't target. But it gets Blackhorned either way, doesn't really matter. And oh, and that was just to bait out that back. Oh my goodness, this guy has just too many breakthrough skills. But he gets in that 100 damage. The other guy only has 3 cards left, which might not be able to... Oh, he has 4 cards now, because of the draw. Might not be able to get past his 2 back row, seeing as he's only burned a Book of Moon so far. Then again, Madolche isn't really known for having real back row. As we've just seen, it's probably just like a Madolche Palooza, and I don't even know what else face down, maybe like a MST. That's really all you gotta do against a Madolche. You just have to negate one of their effects, or like pop one of them with Mortal Attack. Just interrupt the chain, and what? Oh, okay. I forgot. I was like, all right, excuse me. I didn't. Just moving on. Let's pretend like I knew what was happening right there. And he sets one monster and passes. Guess what? That's either a fire hand or an ice hand, so tread lightly, Mr. Geargia. So, the ultimate equalizer soul charge brings back probably more. Yeah, brings back. I think that's all he has in his grave is 3 Geargia monsters. And the question is, will he tribute these arsenals for 3 armors? And then he would be able to go +3 each turn, although he would run out of targets real quick. Because the arsenal's are already in the graveyard and there's only 3 accelerators, but damn if that ain't an advantage for days. This will be crazy if he is going to set 3 armors. I'll actually be fair, yeah. Okay. Oh, because it's going to... Okay, he just wanted to get that in the graveyard. It's going to tribute itself for arsenal. And then Arsenal will tribute itself for... Oh, what? Come on. Give me the 3rd armor. He wants to keep the 3rd armor in his deck. It's possibly already in his hand. So he's gonna... He dumped this in the graveyard, by the way, because you basically have to before you summon Gear... Well, you don't have to, but you're just giving up free pluses if you don't before you summon Geargiafacts, because... for those of you who don't know, he special summons a level 3 Geargia monster when he dies. Leaves the field, actually, which is really good. And he adds the accelerator to hand. Another good thing about Geargiafacts is that he can actually add the detached material back to hand. You guys probably already know all of these things. Wait, oh yeah, it only... gets its effect when it's sent to the graveyard. I was like, it's still destroyed. I'm being such a bad commentator right now. I swear I'm less scrubbed than this, guys. Don't unsubscribe. Alright, so I don't really understand the point of Madolche main decking MST. It's like either they have an answer or they don't. but he summons Warnings to Fire Hand. Very good. And I think this will be the end of this duel. Oh, wait a second. He burns the Dark Hole, but as I said earlier, he'll get that little level 3 weenie back. And but this guy contributed himself for any Geargia monster, aka Arsenal, because its effects are negated. But okay, but it's okay because he's just gonna Xyz with it into another Geargigan X, the best floater in the game. He's gonna add another accelerator, I think, from his deck. I think that he's only added 2 from his deck, but he might want to just add it back from the graveyard so that his armors can get it from the deck in the future. And it looks like he is viewing the graveyard. Wow, he's adding armor back to hand just to generate more advantage, although I'm pretty sure he only has 1 arsenal and 1 accelerator in his deck. There aren't really many targets for this armor. Alright, so he summons armor. He's going to go in for 3,400 damage and then set armor. And now our Nicosaurus is top decking, and top decking against a Geargigan X is never a good situation. And there was some very sloppy commentating from me at near the end of this duel, so I don't know whether or not I'll be uploading this. Maybe I'll just like edit it heavily or something. But Geargia versus Madolche, folks. This has been Slacker Magician. I'll see you guys in the next duel. I think that's gonna be my new tagline.